The combination of SailPoint Predictive Identity and Fastpath Assure delivers a unified approach to securing identities and enabling compliance across all applications and data, including granular policy administration and access control monitoring for ERPs. Together, SailPoint and Fastpath have built an integration that allows for the modeling of Fastpath Assure risk definitions in SailPoint Identity IQ, the evaluation of advanced SOD policies during access requests, and detecting existing risks for identities through continuous monitoring. In order to utilize Fastpath Assure risk definitions during the access request and identity refresh processes in Identity IQ, the first thing that must happen is an import of those Fastpath risks into Identity IQ. This is done through a new task that is included with the integration. Like any task, this can be executed ad hoc or run on an automated schedule. Once complete, the results will display the total number of Fastpath risks that have been discovered and imported, as well as any changes or deletions. Identity IQ policy administrators can then use out-of-the-box Identity IQ policy interfaces to manage these Fastpath-derived objects. While not common, occasionally access can be provisioned natively on an application outside of the governance process. The Fastpath integration for Identity IQ allows for the periodic detection of existing violations by evaluating the current state of a user's account. This helps to ensure policy compliance regardless of how access was obtained. Now that the policies have been imported, they can be evaluated during the identity refresh process to detect and alert policy owners of existing violations. Because the Fastpath source policies exist in the SailPoint platform as an advanced policy object, they can be included and evaluated in the identity refresh alongside any pre-existing SailPoint policies. Simply open an existing identity refresh task or create a new one, and select the Check Active Policies task option. As long as the Fastpath policies are active, they will be evaluated. Behind the scenes, a new task executor is integrated with the Fastpath User Conflict API to retrieve any existing risks in Fastpath for the identity being evaluated. After evaluation, if a risk does exist for the identity, a SailPoint policy violation will be created. The Fastpath integration for Identity IQ allows fine-grained policy evaluation during the access request process. This preventative separation of duty analysis can block requests that would result in violations being realized. Fastpath risks can also be evaluated in a proactive manner to prevent users from gaining access that would result in a violation. This is done through the normal access request process in Identity IQ. When a user makes an access request for a role or entitlement that represents downstream access on a sensitive ERP system, the contents of that request are sent to the Fastpath Risk Analysis API for further evaluation. Fastpath will then return whether or not a violation would exist for a user should the access be provisioned, as well as a risk level evaluation that indicates how critical that violation would be. This information is then displayed to the requester or subsequent approvers depending on the existing configuration for further review. By leveraging object-based role composition and granular segregation of duties, Fastpath and SailPoint help you identify and manage access risk efficiently and effectively in complex ERP environments.